The stars were bright and calm above Earth, but the universe was far from peaceful. Far away in the heart of the galactic empire, the leaders looked down on Earth with laughter. They called humans weak, slow, and small. "They are nothing but simple creatures," they said. "They can never be a threat to us." The Galactic Council held a grand meeting. Alien species from many planets sat in a huge room. The air was filled with pride and confidence. They watched a live report from the edge of the galaxy, where humans lived. The aliens mocked every move Earth made. They believed the war would be easy. On Earth, people lived their normal lives. But some knew something dark was coming. The world's leaders and scientists gathered in secret. They had heard the stories from space. They knew the Empire's plan to attack Earth was real. The humans were small in number, and their technology seemed weak. Still, they worked hard to prepare. The Earth Defense Command was formed. Men and women from every country joined. They trained day and night. The commander of this force was Captain Sarah Diaz. She was strong, smart, and kind. She loved her planet and her people. Sarah believed humans had something special, something the galaxy did not see. In a quiet lab, Dr. Henry Kim worked late. He was one of the best scientists on Earth. He looked at strange blueprints designs for new ships and weapons. These machines were different from anything the galaxy had seen. They could hide from enemy radars and move faster than any starfighter. One evening, a sudden alarm rang at the Earth Defense Command. A strange object was detected in space near a small human colony. The colony was on a distant moon where people lived and worked to gather resources. Everyone held their breath. The enemy was close. Captain Diaz and her team rushed to the command center. They saw on the big screen a fleet of alien ships moving fast toward the colony. The aliens were confident. They sent messages mocking humans again. "Run and hide, little Earthlings." Their voice boomed through space. The first attack was brutal. Alien weapons fired powerful beams. Buildings shook and people ran for cover. But the humans did not give up. Earth fighters scrambled from the abyss and met the enemy in space. The battle was fierce and loud. In the sky, human pilots flew with skill and heart. They dodged alien blasts and fired back. Many human ships were destroyed, but the aliens were surprised. Humans fought harder than anyone expected. Meanwhile, back on Earth, families prayed and hoped. News reporters told stories of courage and sacrifice. Children listened, dreaming of heroes. After hours of fighting, the alien fleet withdrew. The colony was damaged, but still standing. Captain Diaz looked at the empty space where the enemy ships had been. She knew this was only the beginning. That night, the Galactic Empire sent a new message. They laughed loudly, calling humans fools, who thought they could fight. "They are weak," they said. "They cannot stop us." But on Earth, the message was different. A secret code was sent back to the galaxy. It was a warning. Underestimate us, and you will pay the price. Deep underground, in hidden bunkers, Earth's scientists and engineers worked faster. They tested new weapons, improved shields, and trained pilots. Every person gave their best. Captain Diaz gathered her officers. "We are small," she said, "but we are strong in spirit. The galaxy does not know what we hold inside. They will see soon." As the stars shone above, Earth prepared for war. The galaxy had laughed at humans, but humans were ready. They had fury inside, a fury that would turn. The tide of war far away in the cold dark of space, the aliens watched Earth's preparations. Some began to worry. The humans were not like they thought. The war was no longer simple. The first spark had been lit. The fight for survival had begun, and no one knew who would win. But one thing was certain: Earth would never be forgotten. The Galactic Empire still laughed at Earth. They believed the humans were nothing more than weak creatures hiding behind old ships and simple weapons. But deep in space, the humans showed something different, something the galaxy had never expected. Captain Sarah Diaz stood on the bridge of the Earth Defense Fleet's main ship. Her eyes scanned the dark space ahead. The stars shone quietly, but Sarah knew danger was close. Reports came in from scouts. Alien warships were moving faster and in larger groups. The humans were outnumbered, but they were ready to fight. Beside her, Lieutenant Mark Evans checked the ship's radar. "Commander, the enemy fleet is approaching fast. They think we will run, but they will be wrong." Sarah nodded. "Prepare for battle. Remember, the galaxy thinks we are weak. Let's show them we are not." In the hangar, young pilots loaded into their ships. One of them was a mysterious new recruit, a man no one knew much about. He was quiet but skilled, and his movements were quick and sure. His name was Alex Rains. No one knew where he came from, but his bravery and talent were clear. The human fleet launched into space, flying in formation toward the alien ships. The first clash began with a loud roar of engines and bright beams of energy. The aliens fired first, confident they would crush the small human fleet easily, but humans moved fast. They dodged beams and returned fire with precision. Their ships were smaller and faster, and they used clever tactics to confuse the enemy. The mysterious recruit, Alex, led a daring attack that took down 2 alien fighters. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the people watched the news with hope and fear. The young pilot who destroyed 2 enemy ships was celebrated, but no one knew his story. In the middle of the battle, an alien commander named Varkon watched the fight with surprise. "How can these humans fight so well? Their ships are weak, but their courage is strong. This is not the easy victory I expected." Varkon ordered his fleet to change tactics. "Use the new plasma cannons. They will burn through their shields." The humans were pushed back, but they did not give up. Captain Diaz ordered a retreat to regroup, but the mysterious recruit had other plans. He volunteered to lead a small team to capture an enemy spy ship that was trying to escape. The team moved quickly and silently. They attacked the spy ship with precision and managed to board it. Inside, they found a strange alien pilot surprised by their skill. The captured spy was taken to Earth's command ship. Scientists and commanders questioned him. He revealed secrets about the Galactic Empire's next moves and their fear of a new weapon humans had developed. The humans learned the aliens were worried about a special weapon hidden on Earth. This weapon could disable entire fleets. It was a secret no one had known until now. Captain Diaz smiled. "The galaxy may laugh, but they will soon see that humans are not so weak." Back on Earth, Dr. Henry Kim worked day and night to improve the secret weapon. The engineers tested the new designs and made sure everything was perfect. As the sun rose and set, Earth prepared for the next battle. The people hoped for peace, but readied for war. The mysterious recruit, Alex, stayed quiet about his past, but earned the trust of the crew. Captain Diaz saw his value and hoped he would be the key to winning this war. The Galactic Empire sent more fleets to attack. The humans met each one with fierce resistance. They won some battles and lost others, but their spirit stayed strong. The galaxy was no longer sure if this war would be easy. Humans had shown their strength. Humans had shown their fury. And the war for Earth's future was just beginning. The news from space was both good and bad for Earth. Humans had surprised the galaxy with their bravery and skill. But the Galactic Empire was not done yet. The aliens now feared something on Earth, something powerful and hidden deep beneath Earth's surface in secret underground bunkers. Scientists worked harder than ever. Dr. Henry Kim stood before a large machine glowing with blue light. Around him, engineers and technicians moved quickly, adjusting dials and checking screens. "This is our last hope," Dr. Kim said quietly. "If the galaxy wants to destroy us, we must be ready. This weapon will change the war." The weapon was unlike anything the galaxy had seen. It used energy from Earth's core, a force so strong it could disable whole fleets of enemy ships without destroying them. It was a shield and a sword combined. Meanwhile, Captain Sarah Diaz met with her officers. "The aliens believe Earth is weak," she said, "but we hold the secret to their defeat. Our new weapon will protect our home and our people." The mysterious recruit, Alex Rains, stood silently by her side. His eyes were sharp, full of focus. Sarah trusted him, but she knew there was more to him than anyone understood. In space, the alien fleet grew larger. The Galactic Empire sent its most powerful ships to Earth's orbit. They believed they would crush the humans once and for all. But Earth was ready. The human fleet waited quietly near the secret weapons control center on their largest space station. As the enemy ships approached, a sudden energy pulse burst from Earth's weapon. The pulse spread through space like a wave. Alien ships in its path began to slow and lose power. Their weapons failed. Their engines faltered. The Galactic Empire was shocked. Their powerful fleet was being disabled without a fight. Captain Diaz ordered her fleet to attack. The humans struck with renewed strength. Targeting the weakened alien ships, Alex led a daring mission to destroy the enemy's command ship. Flying fast and carefully, he entered the battle and took out the ship's shield generator. Fleet became chaotic. The aliens retreated but promised revenge. The Galactic Empire's leader, the Supreme Commander, sent a message filled with anger. You may have won a small battle, humans, but the war is far from over. Back on Earth, celebrations were quiet but strong. People hugged and cried. They knew the fight was not finished, but hope was alive. In the dark corners of the galaxy, spies watched Earth closely. They searched for any weakness. They studied the strange recruit, Alex. Some wondered if he was more than human. Captain Diaz and her team prepared for the next attack. They trained harder and improved their weapons. The whole world joined in the effort to protect Earth. Mysterious weapon remained a secret to most. But it was Earth's greatest hope. The galaxy had laughed at humans now. The galaxy feared them, but the final battle was still to come. Earth's fury had only just begun. The dark silence of space was broken by the sound of engines and flashing lights. The biggest battle in history was about to begin. The Galactic Empire's fleet, stronger and larger than ever, moved toward Earth's orbit like a storm ready. To destroy everything, Captain Sarah Diaz stood firm on the bridge of the Earth Defense Fleet's command ship. Her eyes never left the enemy ships that filled the horizon. This is it, she said quietly. We fight not just for Earth, but for every life that calls this planet home. Her crew nodded, their faces serious but full of determination. The humans had fewer ships. Their fleet looked small and fragile compared to the enemy's massive armada. But humans had something the aliens did not expect: clever plans and secret weapons. The mysterious recruit. Alex Rains prepared his fighter. For battle, his calm and steady hands worked quickly as he checked every system. No one knew much about his past, but his skill made him a leader among the pilots. The battle began with a sudden flash. Alien plasma cannons fired powerful beams that lit up the darkness. Human ships dodged quickly, weaving through the enemy fire. Captain Diaz ordered a risky plan. Split the fleet into 3 groups. Use hit-and-run attacks to confuse them. The humans moved fast, attacking where the enemy was weakest. They used their small size and speed to get close and strike before disappearing into space. Alex led a daring strike team deep into enemy lines. His fighter danced between huge alien ships, firing precise shots that took out their engines. His bravery inspired others. Suddenly, a massive alien warship appeared, bigger than anything the humans had seen. Its weapons glowed red, ready to fire a deadly blast. Captain Diaz knew the warship could destroy the entire human fleet with one shot. Focus all firepower on that ship, she shouted. The humans fought hard, but the warship's shields were strong. Just when it seemed impossible to break through, Alex's fighter made a dangerous move. He flew close to the ship's shield generator and launched a special missile designed by Earth's scientists. The missile hit perfectly, and the warship's shields flickered and fell. The human fleet attacked with full force, and the giant ship exploded in a brilliant fireball. The alien fleet became chaotic. Their leader sent a message filled with rage and fear. Humans are more dangerous than we thought. Prepare a new weapon, one that will end this war. The humans had won the day, but the battle was far from over. Captain Diaz looked at the stars and thought about Earth's future. We must be ready for whatever comes next. Back on Earth, families watched the news with hope. Children dreamed of the brave pilots fighting in the stars, but the enemy had one last plan. A new weapon, more powerful and deadly, was on its way. The war was just beginning. Earth had shown its strength, but would it be enough? The sun was setting on Earth, but a new darkness was coming. Alien ships had landed on the planet's surface. Their soldiers, tall and fierce, marched through cities and forests. They came to destroy everything humans had built. Captain Sarah Diaz stood in the command center watching live footage of the ground attack. Her heart was heavy, but her will was strong. "This is where we fight for our homes," she said to her team. "We will not let them win." The alien troops were powerful with advanced weapons and armor. But humans had something stronger: courage and love for their land. In a small city near the coast, people hurried to safety. Soldiers set up defenses and traps to slow the enemy. The streets echoed with the sounds of battle gunfire, explosions, and shouted orders. Sarah led a group of elite soldiers on a dangerous mission behind enemy lines. Their goal was to destroy the alien command center on Earth. If they failed, the aliens would control the whole planet. Among the soldiers was Alex Rains, the mysterious recruit. He moved quietly, his eyes sharp and alert. No one knew much about him, but his skills saved the team many times. As they moved through ruined buildings and burning streets, they faced many dangers. Enemy patrols, traps, and harsh terrain tested their strength. Suddenly, an explosion shook the ground. One of their own was injured. Sarah quickly helped, showing her strong leadership and care. Meanwhile, the aliens prepared a deadly weapon to wipe out a whole city. It was a massive energy bomb, designed to destroy everything in a wide area. The humans raced against time. They knew if the bomb exploded, thousands would die. Alex volunteered to lead a small team to find and stop the weapon. It was a dangerous task, deep inside enemy territory. The team moved through dark tunnels and underground bunkers. Every step brought them closer to danger. At last, they found the weapon. It was heavily guarded. Alex and his team fought bravely. Guns fired, and hand-to-hand battles broke out. The air was thick with smoke and tension. With seconds to spare, Alex disabled the weapons core. The bomb powered down, saving the city, but the fight was not over. The aliens regrouped and pressed harder. Back at the command center, Sarah received terrible news: a traitor was working with the enemy from inside. The trust among humans was broken. The team faced not just an external war, but a battle within. The war on Earth had grown darker and more dangerous, but the human spirit stayed unbroken. They fought for every street, every home, every life, and their fury burned brighter than ever. The sun was setting, painting the sky with shades of red and orange. But on Earth, darkness was not from the night.
Yes.
Alien warships hung low in the sky. Huge landing ships opened and powerful troops poured out onto the ground. Their footsteps were heavy, crushing trees and breaking roads. They came to conquer. Captain Sarah Diaz stood in the Earth Defense Command Center. Her eyes were fixed on the live video screens. The images showed cities and chaos buildings burning, people running, soldiers fighting back fiercely. The alien soldiers were strong, their armor shining with strange lights. Their weapons fired beams of deadly energy. Sarah clenched her fists. "This is our home. We'll fight for it with every breath," she told her officers. "We cannot lose." Her officers nodded, ready to give their lives if needed. Near the coast, in a small city named Havenbrook, families packed their bags and hurried to shelters. The streets, once calm and peaceful, now echoed with the sounds of war explosions, shouts, and the clatter of gunfire. Lieutenant Mark Evans, Sarah's trusted second-in-command, organized the city's defense. "Set traps on every street. Use everything we have," he ordered. Soldiers placed mines and barriers, hoping to slow the alien advance. Inside a ruined building, a group of humans prepared to ambush an enemy patrol. Among them was Alex Rains. His eyes scanned the dark streets carefully.
"Now, stay sharp," he
whispered. His calm presence gave the group courage. Suddenly the ground shook. An explosion tore through a nearby wall. Dust filled the air. One soldier screamed in pain. He was hit. Sarah heard the call and rushed to the scene with a medical team. She helped carry the injured man to safety. "Hold on, you'll be fine," she said softly, showing the care behind her tough exterior. Back at the command center, Sarah studied the situation. The aliens were advancing quickly and preparing something terrible. A massive energy bomb designed to destroy the city of Havenbrook. "Mark, we don't have much time," Sarah said. "Must stop that bomb." Mark nodded. "I'm sending Alex and a small team to find it and stop it." Alex stood ready. "I'll lead the mission," he said calmly. The team moved out at night, creeping through shadows. They used hidden tunnels and underground passages to avoid enemy patrols. Every step was dangerous. Inside the alien base, the team found the bomb, a giant machine glowing with blue energy. Alien guards stood watch, alert and ready. Alex signaled his team. They attacked with quiet but fierce determination. Blasts of light lit the darkness. Soldiers fought hand to hand, struggling. For every inch in the chaos, Alex found the bomb's core. Sweat dripped from his forehead as he worked quickly to disable it. The machine hummed louder and hotter. "Almost there," he whispered. Suddenly alarms blared. More guards rushed in. Alex finished just as they burst through the door.
"I'll save it with a..."
Final click. The bomb powered down. The city was saved. The team escaped through tunnels, hearts pounding. They reached safety just as explosions rocked the alien base. But the victory was bittersweet. Back at the command center, Sarah faced new terror. Reports showed strange transmissions. Someone inside Earth was helping the aliens. "A traitor. The enemy is inside our walls," Sarah said, voice steady but heavy. "We must find the traitor before it's too late."
"Oh, the team's just broke."
Suspicion grew like a dark cloud over them. Sarah knew this betrayal could destroy everything they fought for. But despite fear and pain, the humans stood strong. They fought for every street, every home, every family, and their fury burned brighter than ever. The war for Earth was far from over. The news of a traitor inside Earth's defenses spread quickly through the command center like wildfire. Captain Sarah Diaz felt a cold weight settle on her shoulders. This was a danger far worse than any alien attack, an enemy within. The room buzzed with tension. Officers whispered quietly, eyes darting suspiciously at one another. Trust, the strongest bond in their fight, was breaking apart. Sarah called an emergency meeting. "We must find the traitor now," she said firmly. "Whoever this is, they risk everything we stand for. Ow. They help the enemy destroy us from the inside." Lieutenant Mark Evans stepped forward. "We are checking all transmissions, searching for unusual signals. We will find the traitor." But no one spoke. Everyone wondered if the traitor was someone they knew. Alex Rain stood quietly by the wall, his face unreadable. Captain Diaz watched him carefully. He had proven himself brave and loyal. But now, even he was not above suspicion. Meanwhile, deep in the shadows of the city, the traitor moved with cold purpose. A man named Yolan Cross, once a trusted officer, had betrayed his people. Secretly, he sent messages to the aliens revealing Earth's defenses and plans. Jalan believed the humans were doomed, thought joining the enemy would save his life. But he did not know how strong the human spirit truly was. In a hidden room, Earth's intelligence team worked tirelessly. They monitored every communication and tracked every movement. Suddenly, they found a pattern, a strange signal coming from a secure military base. The location was heavily guarded, but the signal was clear. Someone inside was sending secrets to the aliens. Sarah ordered a secret operation to capture the traitor. She chose a small, trusted team, including Alex and Mark. The night was dark and cold as the team moved toward the base. Every step was careful, every shadow dangerous. They entered the base silently, avoiding patrols and cameras. Alex's skill helped them navigate the maze of halls. Suddenly, alarms blared. The traitor had been alerted. Guards rushed to stop them. A fierce battle broke out inside the base. Guns fired, people shouted, and the air filled with tension. In the chaos, Sarah and her team found Yalan Cross. He stood defiant, but scared. "You betrayed your own people," Sarah said, her voice steady, but filled with pain. "Why?" Yolan looked away. "I did what I had to do to survive. Humans will lose this war." Alex stepped forward. "You don't understand. We fight because we believe in something stronger. Hope." The traitor sneered, but deep down, doubt flickered in his eyes. The team arrested Yalan and took him to Earth Defense, command for questioning. The betrayal shocked everyone, but it also made them stronger. They realized the war was not only against aliens, but also against fear and doubt within. Sarah spoke to her officers. "We will not let betrayal break us. We will stand together. We will fight for Earth, for every person who believes in a future." The mysterious recruit Alex became a symbol of hope and unity. His courage inspired the soldiers and civilians. Alike outside, the stars shone brightly over Earth. As if watching the planet struggle, the war raged on. But the human spirit was unbroken. They had faced betrayal and danger, but they were still standing, and their fury burned fiercer than ever before. The galaxy would soon learn Earth was not just a weak planet. Earth was a force to be reckoned with. The war had reached a new level. After fierce battles on Earth, the humans knew the fight had to move to the heart of the enemy, the alien homeworld. Captain Sarah Diaz stood before the fleet's commanders, her face serious but determined. "We cannot wait for the enemy to come to us," she said. "We must take the fight to their doorstep. This is our final chance to end this war." The fleet prepared for the most dangerous mission in history, an attack on the alien capital planet. Among the crew, Alex Rains was quiet but ready. His skills had saved many lives, and now he would lead the most important strike team. The fleet traveled through space, passing stars and strange worlds. The closer they got, the stronger the enemy defenses became. Alien warships patrolled the area, ready to stop any attack. Sarah and her officers studied every detail. "We will use stealth ships to sneak through their lines," she explained. "Surprise is our best weapon." Humans moved carefully. The stealth ships slipped past enemy patrols like shadows in the night. The main fleet waited, hidden behind an asteroid belt. Alex led the first strike team toward the enemy's command center. His ship moved fast and silently, weaving through danger. Suddenly, the alien alarms blared. Humans had been detected. The battle erupted quickly. Alien ships attacked with powerful lasers and missiles. The human pilots fought with all their skill and courage. Alex's team focused on the command center's defenses. His fighter dodged heavy fire, taking out turrets and fighters one by one. Inside the alien capital, the Supreme Commander watched the fight. His face was cold and angry. "Humans are reckless," he growled. "They will regret this attack." The humans pushed forward. The enemy had a secret weapon, a massive energy shield covering the entire command center. Sarah knew breaking the shield was key. "Alex, your team must destroy the shield generators. Without them, we can end this war." Alex nodded. "We won't fail." The strike team split into two groups. Alex led one toward the shield generators, flying through dangerous fire. Enemy fighters chased them, but the humans were faster and smarter. They used every trick to survive. Alex reached the shield generator and launched special missiles designed by Earth scientists. The missiles exploded, damaging the shield. At the same time, the other team attacked from the opposite side. Shield flickered and failed. The humans took this chance. The fleet fired their biggest weapons at the command center. The alien defenses crumbled. Inside, the Supreme Commander prepared to escape, but Alex's team blocked his path. A fierce fight broke out. Alex faced the Supreme Commander in a final battle. Laser swords clashed, energy blasts flew. In the end, Alex's skill and determination won. The Supreme Commander was captured. The humans had won the battle on the alien homeworld, but the war had changed them. They had seen fear, anger, and loss, and also hope and strength. Sarah and her team sent a message to the galaxy, Earth. will never bow. We fight for peace and freedom. The war was not just about power, it was about courage and unity. The humans had stood alone now. They had changed the course of history. The final battle had ended, but the war's echoes still rang in the hearts of the humans. The supreme commander of the Galactic Empire was captured, and the alien capital lay in ruins. But the cost of victory weighed heavily on Earth's defenders. Sarah Diaz stood on the bridge of her ship, looking out at the stars. The galaxy was vast and silent now, but she knew peace was fragile. "We fought hard," she said softly.
Now,
"But this is only the beginning of a new era." Across Earth, celebrations erupted. People danced in the streets, tears of joy and relief flowing freely. Children waved flags, proud of their planet and its defenders. The whole world had united in a way never seen before. The mysterious recruit, Alex Rains, was hailed as a hero, yet he remained humble, knowing the real victory was the strength of humanity itself. Earth's leaders sent a message to the Galactic Council. "We are no longer the weak planet you once mocked," it said. "We are a force of courage, hope, and unity. Respect Earth or face the consequences." The Galactic Council, once full of pride and laughter, now watched Earth with new eyes. Eyes filled with respect and caution. The war had changed the galaxy forever. Back on Earth, Captain Diaz gathered her officers one last time. "We must use this moment to build a better future, one where all beings can live in peace." Alex nodded. "We showed the galaxy our true power, not just in weapons, but in heart." As Earth rebuilt and healed, new alliances formed. Humans extended hands of friendship to other planets willing to join the cause of peace. But they remained ready. For the galaxy was full of unknown dangers. The stars continued to shine above, brighter than ever. They told stories of courage, of battles fought and won, and of a planet that rose from mockery to glory. Earth's fury turned the tide of war the galaxy would never forget. And humanity's story was only beginning. The war was over, but peace did not come easy. Earth had won the final battle, and the galaxy was silent, not with peace, but with fear. Many alien empires that once mocked humanity were now quiet, watching from the shadows. Some respected Earth's courage. Others waited, angry and bitter, looking for revenge. Captain Sarah Diaz stood before the United Earth Assembly. Her uniform was worn, her eyes tired, but her voice was strong. "We cannot relax. The war may be over, but the threats are not. We must stay united. We must stay ready." Applause echoed through the great hall, but not everyone agreed. Leaders wanted to reduce the military. Others believed the danger had passed. Sarah knew better. In the deep parts of space, far from Earth, strange disappearances began. Trade ships vanished. Communication signals were lost. No one knew why. Some believed it was pirates. Others whispered about something darker, something ancient. Back at Earth Defense Command, a new message arrived, broken, filled with static. A human colony on the edge of the galaxy was under attack. The enemy was unknown. Sarah's heart dropped. "Prepare a scout team," she ordered. "We must find out what's happening." Alex Rains, now a respected commander, joined the mission. He led a small team in a fast stealth ship. They traveled light years and hours, using Earth's newest warp drives. When they reached the colony, they found nothing but ashes. Buildings were gone. Bogies floated in the thin air of the ruined space station. The only clue was a strange symbol. Burned into the metal walls, a symbol no one had seen before. Alex stared at it. "This isn't from the Empire. This is something else." They scanned the area. No life, no signals. It's only silence. Suddenly the ship's systems glitched. Lights flickered. Power dropped. "Something's jamming us," said the pilot. "Something alive." Before they could react, a dark shape passed across the stars. A ship so massive it blocked their scanners. It didn't look like any alien ship they had fought before. No response. No signal. It was as if the ship was watching, and then it vanished. The team returned to Earth with the recording. Sarah watched it over and over. "This is a new enemy," she said. "Something older than the Empire. Something worse." Some leaders wanted to hide the truth from the people, but Sarah refused. "We cannot win by fear. We win by facing the truth." Alex stood beside her. "We beat one empire. Now we face something even greater." Earth's fleet began preparing again. Scientists worked on new defense systems. Diplomats sent warnings to other planets, but the strange dark ship was never found again. And one night, a new signal was picked up. It was not a call for help. It was a message in an unknown language. A warning, a threat. No one knew. But Earth knew one thing. The galaxy was not safe, and the fury of humanity might be needed once again. The mysterious message echoed across space, a signal that made no sense to any computer or translator. It carried no words, only strange rhythms and dark tones. Like a voice from the void. Captain Sarah Diaz stood in the Earth Defense Command chamber watching the audio pattern. Repeat on the screen. Around her, scientists and officers worked without sleep, trying to decode the signal. "We don't know what it says," one scientist whispered, "but the pattern, it's not random. It's alive." Alex Raines stood beside. His eyes didn't leave the screen. "It feels ancient." Earth had faced empires, traitors, and war, but this was different. This enemy didn't send ships to invade. It sent silence, fear, and symbols burned into the stars. Weeks passed. More colonies went dark. Not destroyed, just vanished. No debris, no bodies, no trace. It was as if entire systems had been erased. The council grew divided. Some begged Earth to stay out of it. Others demanded a strike against the unknown. Sarah listened, but her mind was made up. "We must know what we're facing. Cannot fight." Shadows. She and Alex led the mission to the edge of known space, where the stars thinned, and the darkness grew deeper. They traveled in Earth's newest warship, vigilant, armed with weapons no one had ever tested in real combat. Alongside them flew a small fleet of brave volunteers, soldiers, scientists, engineers, ready to face the unknown. As they reached the last known coordinates of a vanished colony, everything stopped. No stars, no light, just black. The ship's sensors went blind. The crew grew cold, as if something was draining their energy, not just their ship's power, but their very hope. Then, from the shadows, they saw it. A ship, no, not a ship. A being so massive, so alien, it didn't even look real. Its surface shimmered with symbols and lights that moved like thoughts. It floated in the void, silent and endless. Alex whispered, "It's not a weapon, it's a watcher." Suddenly, the crew heard voices, not outside, but inside their minds. Words they didn't understand, but felt. Warnings? Questions? Judgments? Sarah closed her eyes and focused. "We are from Earth, we come in peace, but we will not bow." The voices grew louder, angry now. The ship began to shake. Lights burst, metal bent. People screamed. Earth's fleet fired their weapons, plasma beams, pulse torpedoes even. Experimental energy disruptors. Nothing worked. But then, the voices paused. Alex stepped forward. He placed his hand on a strange panel, glowing with the same symbols they saw on the destroyed colonies. He felt something in his mind, a test, flashes of memory, pain, war, humanity's past, and its choices. He didn't fight it. Then, silence, the being slowly drifted away, disappearing into the dark like smoke and wind. Everything went quiet. The power returned. The stars reappeared. The crew stared in shock. No one spoke for minutes. Finally, Sarah turned to Alex. What did it want? He looked at her, eyes full of wonder and fear. To know if we deserve to survive? They returned to Earth not victorious, but awakened. The message was clear. Humanity had proven its strength in war, but in the galaxy's darkest corners. Strength was not enough. Wisdom, unity, purpose, These would decide the future. Back on Earth, Sarah addressed the world. We have faced death, betrayal, and darkness, but we are still here. We will not fear the unknown. We will meet it not just with fire, but with hope. And so, Earth stood ready once more, no longer mocked. No longer weak, but as guardians of peace and defenders of the galaxy.